Kindly stand up and may I ask someone from the class to please lead the prayer? Okay, thank you. Before you sit, kindly pick up the pieces of paper under your chairs. Is there anything under your chairs? None. So now you may now take your seat. Who is the secretary of the class? Can you please check the attendance for this day? Okay, thank you. Good morning, class. How are you today? Good. That's good to hear. I am teacher Eliza B. Dixon, and I will be guiding you through today's lesson. We will have some exciting activities planned where we will explore how words work in sentences and even use AI to help us understand them better. So let's get started. Class, for our classroom rules, who can tell me? We have respect everyone. It is to listen and speak politely to teachers and classmates. Another VFB on time. Arrive on time and be ready to learn. Another we have to participate actively, join discussions and class activities. Another we have take care of the materials, could be our handle books, devices in classroom, supplies responsibly. Another we have the stay focused, avoid distractions, and concentrate on learning. So class, before we start, let's remember our classroom rules. By following these rules, we'll have us to have a smooth and productive lesson today. So before we begin to our lesson, I prepare here an activity. You have to read each sentence aloud and underline the words that catch your attention. Pay attention to which words name people, things, or actions, and which words describe how something happens. Notice how some words give more information about the subject or the action. So these are the word or the sentence. First, we have the cheerful girl quickly packed her things. Second, we have a brave five-parters bravely entered the burning house. And for the last one, we have the little bird gently landed on the branch. Okay. I will be giving you a 2 minutes to identify. Okay. Let's take a closer look at the first sentence. The cheerful girl quickly packed her things. So, which word names a person or thing? Very good. It is the girl. So, which words shows the action? It is to pack. And then, which words describe the girl? Of course, it is cheerful. So, another we have the which word tells how the actions happen. Okay, it is quickly. Very good. So, looking at these words, what patterns do you notice? Do some words have different roles or jobs in the sentence? Okay. As some words name people or things. Some words shows actions and some describe. Another is how something happens. So, based on the words you analyze and the roles you observe, what do you think the topic of today's lesson could be? That's the part of the speech exactly. Today we'll be exploring the eighth part of the speech and see how AI can help us understand and how words work in a sentences. Now let's begin with our lesson. It is about the part of the speech. So first we have the noun. A noun is a word that names a person, place, things, or idea. Think of it as the main character in your sentence, the person or the object that the sentence is about. Without nouns, we would not know or what we are talking about. For example, in a sentence, the student studies hard. The word student is a noun because it tells us who the sentence is about. Nouns can be concrete. These are things you can see and touch, like cat, book, or school, or abstract ideas you cannot touch, like happiness or freedoms. Nouns are the foundation of the sentence. Another, we have the pronoun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun to avoid repeating it too many times. This makes our sentences smoother and easier to read. For example, instead of saying Maria is smart, Maria studies every day, we can say Maria is smart, she studies every day. Here, she is a pronoun replacing Maria because pronouns are very helpful because they prevent our sentences from sounding repetitive. Examples of our pronouns are he, she, it, they, we, and you. Remember, every time you will see a pronoun, it is usually standing in for a noun. And third, we have the verb. A verb, it shows an actions or a state of being. So it is what the subject does or experiences. Think of a verbs as the engine of the sentence. They make the sentence active and meaningful. For example, in the dog ran fast. So the word run is the verb because it tells what the dog is doing. Verbs can also show states of being such as is, are, was, or become. Without verbs, a sentence would feel incomplete because nothing would be happening. Verbs are essential for creating sentences that communicate actions or experience. And for the fourth, we have the adjective. An adjective that describes or gives more information. So under the adjective, it is about the noun or the pronoun. Adjectives help paint a clear picture in the reader mind. They answer questions like what kind, which one, or how many. For instance, in the sentence, she wore a red dress. The word red is an adjective because it tells us more about the dress. Adjectives makes our writing more interesting and detailed. Other examples are tall, another, beautiful, hardworking, or delicious. Whenever you want your writing to be vivid, adjectives are your best friends. And for the fifth, we have the adverb. An adverb describes a verb, an adjective, or even another adverb. It tells us how, when, or where, or to what extent something happens. For example, in the sentence, he finished his homework quickly. The word quickly is an adverb because it describes how he finished it. Adverbs can also modify adjectives like in the very tall building, where very is an adverb modifying the adjective tall. Adverbs are very flexible words and they help us give more information about the actions or description, making our sentence more precise. And for the sixth, we have the preposition. A preposition shows the relationship between a noun or pronoun in another part of the sentence. So another pronoun, it usually tells us about location, the time, or direction. For instance, the book is on the table. The word on is a preposition because it shows where the book is. Other examples include in, under, between, above, and with. So prepositions are small words, but they are very powerful because they connect the objects in the sentence and clarify meaning. And next we have the conjunction. A conjunction is a word that connects words, phrases, or clauses. It helps us combine ideas smoothly. For example, in the sentence, I want tea and coffee. The word and is a conjunction because it connects the two items. Conjunctions can also show contrast, choice, or cause like but, or, and because. They are essential for creating more complex sentences and expressing relationship between ideas. Next, we have the interjection. An interjection is a word or phrase that shows strong emotion or reaction. Interjections can stand alone or appear at the beginning of a sentence. For example, in wow, that was amazing. Wow is an interjection because it shows excitement. Other examples are oh, hey, ouch, and hooray. Interjections in make our writing expressive and shows feelings clearly. So class, now that you understand the eighth part of the speech, you can see how each word play a very important role in a sentence. Some words name things, some shows the action, some describe, and some connect, and even some shows our feeling. Later, we will use an AI to generate sentences. So you can see these parts of the speech in action. This will help your to write better, understand grammar more clearly, and even improve your essay. Before we move on to our next activity, do you have any clarifications, concerns, or violent reactions regarding to our topic? Right, raise your right hand if you want to ask a questions. Okay, none so far. So it means you have learned something to our discussion. Now it's your turn to apply what you have learned. So you have to write your own short essay. First, you have to make a short essay. It should be 5 to 7 sentences about your daily routine or your favorite place. It includes examples of the nouns, pronouns, verb, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections, if possible. Another, you have to create your own AI prompt. So after you make your essay, you have to make a EA prompt. So this time you have to use AI or the artificial intelligence. Write a prompt for it to improve your essay while keeping your ideas examples. You have to say, check my essay and correct my grammar, but keep my ideas. Or you can say, improve my sentences with the better adjectives and adverbs. It depends upon on how you're going to make your prompt. So next we have to insert the essay into AI tool. Paste your essay into the AI tool and get the improved version. Okay, so after the AI provide you, you have to compare the original versus the AI version. So this time, compare your essay with the AI version. So you have to write down the prompt that you use, the prompt that you insert in the AI, and the changes the AI made, and for the third, how parts of the speech became clear and more correct. So, what you learn from the comparison, you have to evaluate the AI satisfaction. So, now you have to reflect. Did the AI output meet your expectations based on your prompt? Another, were you satisfied with the improvements? Why or why not? And how can you adjust your prompt next time to get better results? After you answer, kindly pass your paper forward. Okay. For the assignment at home, generate another short paragraph using AI. Identify eight parts of the speech used and reflect on how AI helped improve your writing. Since you do not have any clarifications or concerns regarding to our topic, so goodbye class and thank you for your participation.